Be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win. So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. On second down, here's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. Give him 30 yards there. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage. And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. Here's Rudolph off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burgess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive. Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot. Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket to the right side and complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, That means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jones. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Rudolph throwing on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Fights him off. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the 50, it's Rudolph. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The give is to Jones. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
second down. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mark Barron able to get him for a loss of about 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Jones on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Steelers. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On second down, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Joe. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, Mayfield steps away. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9, 2.
From the gun, Mayfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Rudolph. He's going to float this over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Rudolph off play action. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Flushed out right. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. Uses the spin. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they will throw it here with Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 23. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the math back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's the